fine trip, man. I got a Jamaica coming in with you, but hey, you're making a fine
Turn
trip.
on
That
the
1970
compressor.
radio still working there. Come on.
Okay, Gary, here is your CPI. I'm getting real close to wrapping up a few more capacitors to replace in the phase lock loop section. And it's so nice to see a virgin or almost virgin CP2000. As mentioned on the phone, there's a microphone preamp field effect transistor that is easily damaged by incorrect microphone wiring. And as you can see when we zoom in there, it does have some flux. Somebody's been working in that area, but no big deal. Everything's working. And once again, getting back to the virgin part of your radio, your tamper rivets for the final and driver transistors are still intact. They are original. So once again, real nice to have an almost virgin CPI as opposed to unhacking all the golden screwdriver mods. Anyway, stay tuned for the on-air testing. Just about done. Okay, as mentioned, Gary's final cage is virgin. And normally when drilling out a rivet, I would use a much smaller drill, somewhat similar to the bore size of the actual rivet. But I find that just, they always want to spin on you. So I would say save your time. Go with, I'm using a 1/4 inch rather than, using a smaller drill only to find out that you need a bigger drill to get the job done. See how easy that was? I've already removed the other tamper-proof rivet. Oh, didn't even need to pry it. And I've disconnected the wiring, the cables, 2 little RCA jack cables, and then you can see we've got 3 capacitors, electrolytic 10 microfarad, that need replacement, which is going to get done right now. And while I had the RF cage off, I went ahead and flowed some solder over the mechanical connection on the circuit board mounted female RCA jack. These are known to become very intermittent and erratic. I was seeing none of that with yours, but just as a preventative measure, as long as I was in there, I went ahead and did that to eliminate any future potential intermittencies with that. Okay, Gary, well, there you go. You're restored and cleaned up CP2000, and when I say cleaned up, I mean that literally. As you can see, some of the caustic electrolyte had been bleeding out of the electrolytic capacitors and actually had gotten down on the circuit board, and then it starts migrating around between the traces and could really wreak havoc. So we caught that just in the nick of time. Once again, you've got all top shelf capacitors replaced inside the RF final driver cage, as well as under 2 of the IF transformers. So I've just slapped my seal of approval on it, and it is ready to come home. Hey, 177, you copy 388, 388, Southern California, Big Bear Mountain, Southern Cal, Mile High Station.
Hello, 388. 388 around Big Bear, 177, returning. Come on.
Hey, thanks for the get back, 177. How's this old 1970s CPI? I don't know if you know what those CPI radios are, those slender, white, real slib radios. I just finished recapping this first time I put it on the air. Is it doing any good?
Making a fine trip, man. I got a Jamaica coming in with you, but hey, you're making a fine
Turn
trip.
on
That
the
1970
compressor.
radio still working there. Come on.
All righty, I'll let you take Jamaica. California's got to be kind of boring. And with that, I'll say 7-3. Yeah, you got a big signal. You're 40 over here on Big Bear Mountain. 388, Southern California, Mile High Station. 7-3.
It's a pretty cool skiing resort up there. Hey, but 73 is there around Big Bear. 177 out here around the island.
Anybody down there in the beach cities, Orange County, Sandbagging, Wiki-Wack, Big Bear Mountain calling. Hey, right back at you, 505. Hey, how's this radio sounding? This is my first key up on AM. Is it sounding okay? I'm on an old 1970s CPI, CP2000. It's one of those real slim. They're white radios from the late 70s, and real slim radios. Have you ever seen one? You know what I'm talking about? Well, it's called, just look up CPI, Communications Power Incorporated. This is their CP2000 base station. Yep, that's what I'm talking to you on. Yeah, I've got 2 more on the way. I just shipped 3 out the week before. They tell me I'm the only guy in the country that can really work on these things. At least that's what I had a collector tell me during the pandemic. He said nobody will touch these things. And I know them, I've owned them, and rather than have them go into the junk pile, I decided to start working on them again.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's sounding good. You did a good job. Whatever was broken, and you fixed it.
Well, actually, it came in working. It just, it's a 47-year-old radio, so it needed some new capacitors. Fortunately, this one was pretty much virgin. You get them darn golden screwdrivers in there, and these things can be a real headache. But this one, these are a very difficult radio to work on because of the tight confines, and they weren't made to be serviced. But they're neat radios. And I'm just running a little handheld mic. I'm sure if I put my lollipop on it like I used to run on my CPIs, it would sound a lot better. All right, 505, you came way up on your last transmission. I guess you turned something on?
Yeah, Roger. Hey, real quick, how's the weather up there?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Probably mid-80s or something like that. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's around 78 down here in Seal Beach, but I can imagine inland the temperature starts climbing into the red, I'm sure.
Yeah, I heard they were saying 106 in the IE today, and yeah, it's a pretty good trip. I've got to look. You're over S9, and I'm thinking we're about 70, maybe even 75 miles away from each other.
Yeah, copy. Well, I got a good clear shot from where you're at, and you're way up on top.